Well, Austin and I are out scouting this morning. We took the morning off to go and try to find a bunch of stuff for the rest of the week here. We ended up finding a good field that had snows, a bunch of snows, ducks and dark geese in it. So we're gonna plan on hunting that in the morning. And then when we were talking to the landowner, he said, "Oh, why don't you go check out my other property that's got a slough in it that's been absolutely loaded with ducks." So that was about 4 miles down the road, and we went and checked that out, and there's a couple thousand mallards in it. So we're gonna go actually hunt that this afternoon, get a good little duck shoot in, and then we found a couple other one big snow feed just a couple minutes ago that the guy is gonna get back to us on. But the birds it's interesting. We're finding a lot of different areas where there's a bunch of birds in one area, and then you drive for a ways and it's the Dead Sea. It's kind of weird. And then Zach and his dad Greg were out scouting in the other truck this morning as well, and they are kind of seeing the same thing. A lot of area that's just dead for some reason, and then you get to an area and then there's just a bunch of birds. So we found those couple, and that's good. We locked down a couple different fields. We did get permission for one other field that had some mallards and geese in it. That's kind of a backup plan as well. But finding a decent amount of stuff this morning. We're just working our way back to the house and gonna get some breakfast and get our gear together and go out and shoot some ducks this afternoon. Where's that at? Oh, right here. Oh, you sitting right by these trees? So this is the slough that the farmer told us to go check out. That was loaded with birds. Setting out some floating decoys out there in the water, and we're gonna set some field decoys just on the beach as well. When we got here, they were all up on the beach right here. We don't want to sit too far down there because the wind is blowing right into that shoreline against the trees, so they wouldn't be able to cup in. So we're gonna sit right here. We're gonna put the A-frames right back here on the beach. Pretty solid ground. Get set up here, put a couple lucky ducks out there. Those birds should be back in a little bit.
Well, the afternoon hunt ended up not working out exactly how we wanted to. Those birds didn't really come back. They must have just pushed off to another field to feed or another loaf pond, but we were all excited for the next morning because that snow goose feed was, everything just was aligning to make it a awesome hunt. We had a good hide, nice willow islands out in the middle of the field to hide next to. The birds were using it heavy. They were using it both that morning, and then one of the guys, Austin, actually hopped out of the blind that afternoon. We were hunting the ducks and went over there, and they were still using it that afternoon or the night before we went in there and hunted it. So we were all pretty excited to get on that field in the morning, and it was turning out to be a pretty awesome hunt. We'll see you on the next one, guys.